Us.
So cute.
Look at us being cute.
Cute and stuff.
Cute stuff. Okay. Hi. Welcome back.
Oh, are we on?
We're on. We're live.
Okay.
We're so not serious at all. I look.
The setup is serious though.
I worked out today, so that's why I look like this, just so we can see you.
Appreciate.
Great. We look great, guys.
We did a good job.
You look fabulous.
Thanks.
You
I
look
made this
fabulous.
hat.
Thank you. Thank you.
I made this hat.
Did you really?
I
No, you
typed an
didn't.
eyeball. You can kind of see it. I'm working on it.
You did make
This
it.
is my third eye hat. This
Yes.
is a ritual space hat for sure.
It was very cool.
Very cute.
Yeah. What'd you make it out? Obviously like jean material, but
Well, I didn't make the hat. I thrifted this.
You painted the
However,
oh, I see.
I printed on the hat. I developed a photo on my hat.
Semantics.
Sure.
Was it like
Which is a
at the
great
work-
segue to what we're going to be talking about today.
Language and
Language.
words. Language and words. But I learned how to cyanotype at a workshop this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, was it at that workshop?
I did it the next day after the workshop because I was so inspired. But Zach and Aaron led a phenomenal workshop. Aaron really taught us so much about cyanotyping. And there's going to be so much more coming. And I'm really excited to start learning how to cyanotype on clothes.
Yeah.
That's why I've been like practicing. But it was so fun.
Is it more of those workshops or just more of cool variety of arts and crafts type of workshops?
More cyanotyping. For sure. Zach and Aaron are in the house right now, actually.
Oh, y'all do it?
Yes.
That's so cool.
There's Zach and
Yeah.
Aaron.
Really awesome.
That makes sense.
BTS content. Yes.
Yeah.
The stars of the show. They're
Lovely.
actually behind the scenes. But yeah, major shout out to that workshop because it was really inspiring. And
Yeah, I would love to catch one soon.
Come on now. Come on, let's go.
I have events. Sometimes I get a little busy in the schedule, but
Girl.
it's a good type of busy. So
Yes.
blessing
Busy doing what you
for sure.
love.
Doing what I love for sure. But learning new things is definitely something that I do.
You know, I'm really grateful for that workshop too, and it was mirrored by other people that like came in. But I love to do crafts, but I don't always give myself time to, and I think I need to make more art. I think it just makes me feel like a happier person.
Yes.
And so having that just come to the space is really nice because it's like, oh yeah,
as any
let me
being
create.
on this earth, for sure, creation is something vital. But certainly
That's
as
what we
a feminine, right?
exactly.
That's the way that we take action.
Yes.
To create.
You
Yeah.
get it. You
Yeah.
get
Let it flow
Come
from
on.
you.
Let's go. But yeah, you weren't at the workshop. I know.
I was not. Yeah. Well.
Like I noted your absence.
Yeah. Well.
We were both there in
like,
spirit.
When it comes to crafting, I think I'm like too competitive with myself to maybe like really enjoy it.
Sure.
Because even the most I ever do is like when I have like bracelets with beads on it and like it breaks, I will just like restring them.
Yeah.
And I try to do the whole like I'm gonna just intuitively string these back on.
Yeah.
And then I'm never really happy with whatever I make.
No, practice non-judgment
not
every
serious.
day, including toward yourself.
It's a good thing my family doesn't watch this podcast. Like it's a 35 years of
What do you
practicing
mean they don't
that.
watch this podcast?
We can
They
send them
don't
the
own
links.
computers.
We'll send them the scripts printed.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like I'll do it. And I'll just be like, oh, this could be so much better. It's this constant critique inside my head.
Yeah.
What do
It's
you
not.
What do you
What
think?
a powerful thing to observe
You know,
and
What-
maybe not participate in.
it's so hard. It's like it's part of me, but
Okay.
it's a practice. It
Love
is a
you.
practice. It is a practice.
Well, I was gonna say like I definitely am a non-observer of that practice. But what do you think is the difference between like you and an artist that has like plopped it on the wall, printed their work, or have decided like that's done? What do you think the difference is?
I would assume like an artist would still have some level of just like self-critique because they know what they want out
Yeah.
of it, right? But I think there's probably just a greater level of acceptance
Yeah.
and being like, yeah, this is the way it turned out. This is the way it was supposed to always be, that sort of thing. Where me, I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is the way it turned out. It is this now.
If it's just
And next time when I do this, I'm going to make sure I do this, this, and this because even though I could sometimes can be really happy with something, I think it's just like the internal, the internal push that I always have with myself that, it's like, oh, how do I make this better? So sometimes crafting is not the most
Sure.
like.
well, you
That should
express
apply
yourself
to
in a
any
different
art.
way.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you-
Your art is different.
My art
What's
is
your art?
different.
than maybe mine.
Yeah, so not about me. We're here talking
Oh,
about
but
me.
I'm so curious.
Okay,
yes.
so let's take a minute to introduce our guest because we have not the usual crew. Xander is here.
Hi, I'm Xander.
You recognize Xander because you
Been here
watch
once or
all of
twice.
these episodes. And yes, he's back. He's my special co-host for the day. Heather is sicky poo,
Oh,
but we wish her well and we love her, and she'll be back.
Lots of
And then we have our guest Natalie here today as well, our
Hi.
poetess,
fun.
and we're going to be talking about her life philosophy and poetry and everything you got going
All
on
the stuff.
today.
All in one.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I do want to talk about the different kinds of art
Yeah.
for a second because I
Featured.
have been really vibing with photography, inspired by Aaron and Zach, of course. But there's so many ways to express yourself.
so I like to pole dance.
Yeah, baby.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you go to
She's brilliant.
Starlight?
I do go to Starlight.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's wonderful.
Have you been?
Yeah. Winnie used to be my coworker
Okay.
at a pharmacy.
Okay.
And one day, so I am a registered pharmacy technician. I certainly do not do that anymore. But one day while I was literally like crafting the medical products, Winnie pops up and she's like, "Do you dance?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." She's like, "Do you want to dance?" And I was like, "I'm open to trying something new." Next thing I know, I'm attending a class.
That's kind of how
At
I
her
got
studio.
into it as
Yeah.
well. It was coworkers that
Yeah.
were like, Xander,
Yeah.
do you want to take a pole dancing class? And I was like, sure.
It's
I'll try
empowering.
anything. Like, I mean, I just like the physical challenge of it.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely.
And I will say, in terms of just like creation, it's probably where I get to be like the weirdest, and some people will, and that's kind of what I'm grappling with. It's just
Yeah.
like some people are going to get it, some people aren't going to, and that's okay because ultimately it
As
is
with
for
all
me,
art.
right?
Yeah. enjoy.
But still, sometimes I will watch myself and I'll be like, that was really good, but that wasn't. So
You
but
do
it's
have a little
still-
internal monologue going on.
yeah. It just, I don't know. Yeah, it's how I am. But it's what motivates me too.
Mm.
It never gets to a point where I want to stop doing something.
Good.
It always is kind of like self-fueling.
Yeah.
And I'm never like, oh, you're horrible. You're just like, well, here are just some areas of improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know?
the best way to frame it, I think.
So
Constantly
it's so
refining yourself.
physical. It's so I'm challenged by it. I tried when you all were here for the showcase in the beginning of the year, and I tried to hoist. Would be the word I would use to describe what I did. Hoist myself up on the pole.
Hard.
It's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, every
Oh
time
my
that
gosh.
I watch something like that, because they've been around at like the Sydney Byrne or like showcases
Yeah.
around town, or just simply attending a class, I'm always so impressed by the sheer strength y'all have.
thank you.
For sure, yeah. And when
Yeah.
I went, my fascination was like, how do I reach the top?
How do you get to the top? Yeah.
Yeah, as with all things too. How do
Right.
I
How do you
reach
get
the
to
top?
Isn't it just a metaphor?
Right. It's all just
Life.
metaphor. You fall
That's
off the
what I
pole, you get back on.
That's all
You just
there
keep
is.
going.
You just keep
You just keep
spinning.
going. Just keep spinning. Or not sometimes. Sometimes that pole's on static. You don't go
Mhm.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Or you push yourself.
Mm.
I'm tired just talking about it. It sounds really hard. Though I would like to come try a class. someday.
Yeah. We should definitely get something organized.
Yeah. I think that would be so fun.
It's a really fun experience.
Yeah.
I highly
If-
recommend.
I can only imagine it's so empowering as well.
Mm.
It just I think with anything, like if you enjoy dancing
Mm.
or if you enjoy movement,
Yeah.
it's a very enjoyable thing.
Yeah.
Also, like
so
special
impressive
shout
how you
out to
do
the
it.
studio themselves. They're a
Mhm.
great studio. as well,
Starlight.
Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what? So you do classes at Starlight,
Mhm.
and you perform. You were just in a big competition.
Yeah. So there was a competition in Orlando it's only been about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That I was in, and it was a great experience. It was definitely like a learning experience. It definitely comes with this whole conversation of like self-critique and that thing
Yeah.
for me. But after when I kind of got over my ego a little bit, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this again. Of
Yeah,
course.
of
You know, I'm like,
course.
I have too many ideas not to do this
Right.
again.
Absolutely.
So
You're also in the Rocky Horror Picture Show
yes.
production.
So
at Sydney.
Starlight is doing
Yo.
a showcase of the music.
Oh,
No, yeah, we can talk. I guess we can talk about it.
Okay.
They owe me a big one
Wait.
for promoting this.
You're welcome, Starlight.
We'll just at Starlight
Give them my headphones.
on Instagram. So October 4th, downtown at the Sydney Burns.
That is coming up.
It is. They purchased the rights for the music, so there'll be multiple characters, so to speak, performing all the numbers in order. The MCs are 2 local drag queens, Trixie Towers and Emma Rose. Follow them on Instagram as well. A lot of local pole performers. There'll be a break for the Time Warp.
Let's do the time.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Now we want to dance.
Yeah, it should be a fun show. There's so much passion going into this show. It really is like a cult classic. And I'm constantly surprised by people who I would have never assumed love this movie.
Yeah.
Just like, they're like, yeah, I want to, I want to do
So
this or I
cool.
want to go, that sort of thing.
My dad was talking to me about how it became such a cult classic. Do you know the story?
I don't know the story.
Okay, so according to my dad, when the movie first came out, absolutely positively flopped.
I could see it.
Yeah, and nobody cared for it, no ticket sales. And it was nearly forgotten until one day, some movie theater that was trying to, of course, improve themselves and do better, decided to have a midnight showing of some film.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly how they landed on Rocky Horror. I'm assuming price or playing, that they decided to plop it in at midnight. And people started to show up. And suddenly people started to show up and dress up for it.
Right.
And then people started to banter with the movie, right? And then it just became so, like, from there, the rest is literal history.
I think that's what I'm truly missing when I watch the movie, because I've seen the movie twice now.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, it confuses me greatly.
Let's understand.
Yeah.
I think that's
just
the
too
issue.
intense.
It is just too intense.
It is full camp.
It is.
It
and
is pure camp.
my brain, I think this
What?
goes to the whole, critical thing. My brain wants to find, meaning and symbolism behind some of it, if not all of it.
Right.
And I think, a majority of the movie is, we're doing this just because.
It's exactly that.
So many beautiful things in life have happened just
because.
because. Yeah.
And
this is just because.
I remember going to see a showing of The Sound of Music, and there were people were doing call outs during The Sound of Music.
What?
And it was hilarious. And I think that's
yeah, what were they saying at The Sound of Music?
I was a little drunk.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
So
from what I
lucky.
remember, there's that one scene when Julie Andrews is packing her things to go,
Yeah.
and the captain's secondary love interest
Yeah.
kind of walks in the door, and someone just goes boo.
That is so
booed
fair.
her and was let me help you pack, and just said all these things off to the side.
Yeah.
And it was just hilarious. It was hilarious.
If you rewatch the movie, that's one of my personal favorites. Obviously you're cheering for Julie Andrews, right, the whole time, but also that particular character, although she can be mean, right, she also has a growth arc in it, which is really admirable, where she just so gracefully bows out. Yeah, and I just like to see that eventually she's just I'm gonna actually pick myself here, and that is actually something admirable too. That at the end of the day she did the noble thing.
Something to learn from that.
Yeah, she chose love, self-love.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You love yourself.
Yeah, you have to.
That's
Love
it.
someone else.
No, you must love yourself first, I think. I think that in life, right, you go through these cycles of learning, and personally, I was the type of person that would go all in on loving everyone and everything else, before me. But I got to this season of my life, and I got to talk to Jill a little bit about it, on what is actually aligned in the love frequency, and part of that is yourself, right? You have to choose that. You have to sort that in there. And that has opened a lot of magical doors for me too.
It's hard.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I think I I think as a woman for myself and how I was grew up and conditioned, and I don't know, I put other people before me.
Yeah, and that's fair. We're nurturers, right?
Yeah,
You know?
and it's something I enjoy doing. I love to nurture and care for people, but
Absolutely.
yeah, I put others before myself for a long time.
Yeah.
Still, consciously working on it because I still catch myself doing that, but only from a place of like love. But it's like, okay, maybe I should pour into myself first, and then I can do this, and I can pour into someone else.
Yeah.
Not to tether us to a topic or the topic of the day, but I am curious. When you talk about like this journey of self-love, is that something that you've used poetry to get through, or is that something that has brought you to poetry or writing?
Poetry has always come so naturally to me. It was something that I have enjoyed since the first poetry segment that I was exposed to in school. I was like literally the 6th grade. I would write little poems here and there. By high school, I wrote like one poem freely, put it down for another whole 4 years, experienced heartbreak, wrote again, put it down again, and then suddenly was faced at the crossroads of what do I truly feel my life should be? What would that look like? And is that someone else's idea of success and happiness, or is that my own? And I decided to choose my own. However, in doing so, that also meant that I was 100% off-roading, walking through the darkness and kind of figuring it all out as I went along. Poetry was a guiding force, but it came in conjunction with that choice to take those steps on the journey. What was first a lot of grieving, right, suddenly turned into a blossoming of self, and then a wilting, and then a seeding, and then once again a growing, and it's a cycle that happens over and over until suddenly you find yourself a forest.
So it sounds like it's always been that tool there for you that's also just grown with you.
Yes, yeah, it definitely has grown with me and has become me, which I feel so grateful for. My whole philosophy in terms of my professional self, right? When you look at what is poetess Nat, is free your voice. And the reason why it's free your voice is because in doing this, I was speaking with my soul. And I think that to have that type of intimate relationship with yourself, right, is something that everyone is capable of doing. And when you take such a feat on for yourself, right, and you take that little leap of faith and you scroll something down, and maybe you feel so inclined to share, you'd be surprised how many people needed to hear that same exact thing too. It's really the soul of the world, the heart of the world.
I think the beauty of poetry, and I think about this with like song lyrics too, and I think if there's one the same, is like the way that you can express an experience in a way that maybe someone didn't have thought of it before.
Yes,
but it totally resonates with that experience that they're having.
Yes, what I love about so I host events that really started as like this little wish into the ether, but it really was a dream as a wish your heart makes. Like I know it's a little like Disney princess in me. It was this little wish that I wanted a space for poets and storytellers, as I was this poetess that was going to different open mics. And I was stuck between like a band and a comedian, and I'd throw the whole vibes off, like all the whole vibe just off. So I was like, what if we get our own little space? And in doing so, that turned from open mic to writer circles. And the really magical part about the writer circles is that I just was trying to fulfill wishes that other people had, right? That's something that the community wanted. And I was like, well, how is that going to look like? And I just decided whatever was on the tip of my tongue would become the topic for the month or the week. And it would just be one word. And it's so beautiful to see how one word over and over again will produce beautiful different works of art. And it's something that people can relate to. It's really wonderful to witness as well that the people sitting next to each other sometimes use like common terms or phrases or like tuning into each other's frequencies.
Mind meld, is that what they call that?
Yeah. And it amazes me every time. And you know, after every event I get home and I just like, wow, universe. Just great energy. Yeah.
I love
it's enchanting.
That. Yeah. And I feel like I've seen your community grow.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. When it first started, it really was just like me and a microphone and like a list of poems and like maybe between 1 and 3 people per event, right? This is like when we very, very first started. And with those 1 or 3 people, we'd kind of riffed of like, is there a word or emotion that you might want to feel through poetry? And I would try and match that. And then that would start a conversation in poetry. And then we would somehow fill the full 2 hours. And then they'd leave. And then I get another batch of people. But slowly but surely, something amazing happened, which is then those people that had come to the first few events had enjoyed it so much that they came back with their friends. Oh. And then those people would start talking to the other people that came around, and lo and behold, we had a community. We had a community, yeah. Yeah, I feel so grateful as well. And it has been such a learning experience as well, because like I said, the little wish into the universe of like, hey, what if we had a space for poets and storytellers ended up being, yes, I will give you the space for poets and storytellers, but you step up to that plate that you asked for. And that has been a wilting and blossoming in itself.
Right.
As
you
well.
are the creator.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who to do it? Who to fulfill your idea then?
Yes, and I have been taking that with great responsibility, right?
Well, with great power.
With great power comes great responsibility. I was thinking about Spider-Man earlier, specifically because when I had asked you that question, right, of what do you think the difference is, for me personally, between done or try, the whole difference is just a choice, right? Yeah. Whether or not you're satisfied, or whether or not you feel free enough to release something, it's just a choice, something that you decide within yourself. And no one can ever tell you when something's ready, ever. For sure. That's just all right, well, today's the day.
Will you ever really be ready?
No, that's the thing. So I've been thinking about
have to do it. Like if you don't feel ready.
I feel like
you just gotta go.
I don't know. I feel like there are times like this past competition, I was ready.
You were ready.
I was ready.
You did it.
And I did it.
You did
yeah.
I wasn't like thrilled with the end result.
Listen,
you know, that was out of my control. But no, you can't always get what you want. But I mean, I was ready, and like when I did it, I have no regrets about doing it. It was the story I wanted to tell in that piece, and I'm glad it's done because I would have had more disappointment. But yeah, I think you can be ready. I think you can actually be ready. Sure.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Sure.
I think it's just, it takes that leap of faith. It takes, you know, like just that choice to be like, here we go. This is it.
Yeah.
Things have aligned.
Have you ever written poetry?
Yeah. It's bad.
Come on, no?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So,
I'm sure it's wonderful.
No, it was kind of like word salad. So
word salad.
Yeah. So this was, oh my God, it was like 10 years ago. I was in school. I was working a job at night, or it was before I started school again. And my job at night, I was working in like an emergency room.
Yeah. Were you tech?
No, I was registration. Like
I see. I've worked in an emergency room as a emergency department tech too. That's a different type of job.
It is a different type of job. For me, my job was like very slow at times. Right?
Were you in night shift?
Yes. Yep. So
and then suddenly very interesting.
Yeah, it was either really on or off.
Yeah.
It was never in between.
No.
So there was like a solid couple of like weeks where I powered through the alphabet and tried to write poetry only with alliteration.
I love, yes.
And some of them, I'm not gonna lie, some of them were bangers.
Yeah,
some of them, majority of them.
I was gonna say, you gotta bring that out.
Were word salad. To me, it was one of those like, to me, this makes sense. Anyone else?
Well, sounds like you gotta come into the community spaces and free your voice, for sure. Oh my gosh, I love alliteration. That
Yeah.
hence composition chrysalis, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Creative community.
Yeah, creative community composition.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
For
on
sure.
it.
Yeah.
But that was
We live
so long ago. That was like a different me. So I wonder if that's still, I'm sure it is, like
Always
still
a part of
somewhere in there.
You are a multi-dimensional being that's
That's true.
constantly
Yeah.
experiencing yourself over
What?
and over again. Yeah.
You mean I'm not just a flat affect of a person?
No, you're. I
Maybe
thoroughly
sometimes.
believe. I mean, you could be
Sometimes,
on one dimension.
Before my coffee, yeah.
Thank gosh we got it here
Right.
today.
We'd be drinking that
Brewed
coffee
some coffee.
But yeah, that was my only kind of forte into it. How about you?
I have I had a little like notebook that I had under my pillow because
I love-
little Jill would like think of poems and write them down, like in bed.
How little of Jill?
I mean, like 8 to 10 years
Oh, I
old.
super love. See, I think that
Super
we did get to
cute.
talk about that the other day.
Yeah.
Something that was before I came up with my own type of philosophy, right? Something that I really, really loved. As far as I know, it's anonymous. I could be really wrong, but the paraphrase of this quote is finding yourself isn't really how it works. You're not some dollar bill in last winter's coat pocket. Finding yourself is a returning to yourself and who you were before the world got its hands on you.
Yeah.
And to me, like if little Jill was scrawling away,
Really, it's in there. And I think
Yeah.
now my form
Return.
of poetry, when I journal and I'm processing an emotion, I write love letters.
I love.
So that's my
Oh.
form of poetry. I think.
Yes.
Whether it's
absolutely.
like I loved this moment, so I'm gonna write a letter to it, or I love this person and I'm gonna write a letter to them. So I never send, I never do anything. It's just
No.
for me. But I
That's
guess it's my
beautiful.
gratitude exercise. you know,
Yeah.
if I can come back to that.
Good.
You know?
I not only is it beautiful and perfect to practice gratitude, right? But to also have those little private practices with
Yeah.
yourself
Because
is
there's-
so rewarding and it's
Words are so powerful.
Yeah.
Metaphor is powerful. I use it
Yeah.
all the time as a hypnotherapist. I literally use it to help people. And that's so closely
Yeah.
related to poetry.
Yeah.
Because it can evoke an emotion that can be explored through different ways to connect to it, different perspectives. It's not just like I'm feeling. Can I paint a picture with my words to express the totality of my experience?
Yeah. Painting is silent poetry and
Come
poetry
on.
is a painting that speaks.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff. So I do it my own way. I don't share it, but maybe I'll write a love letter and
See,
read it at an
you
open
know.
mic
I
sometime.
was gonna say maybe there'll be an opportunity sometime here eventually sharing in this space. Or
Actually, I
in
think
Southwest
so.
Florida. Yeah.
Actually, I think so. We have one on the calendar tentatively.
We do. We have one on
For
the calendar.
October 18th.
I believe so. It should be whatever the third Saturday of the month is. Yeah.
So be there.
It has to do with metaphors. So just like wait for that hit word and you'll know that that's the event for you.
From 7 to 9.
7 to 9
Yes!
metaphors and
On
mocktails
the
Oh.
18th.
on October
Yes!
18th.
Cute.
It's gonna be
Come
fun.
through. We're going to pack the house. We're going to
Melodios.
have delicious mocktails and
Mhm.
beautiful
By
words.
yours truly.
Oh yeah.
By and then words of course by the beautiful people in our community.
Yeah, and you don't have to come and read a poem.
You can come
You
observe.
can just come and vibe as well.
Mhm.
Maybe be inspired and connect in that
Mhm.
meaningful way. But it's
Absolutely.
going to be a cozy little vibe in here. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
that.
me too. We always fit events to the space, so that's one, of course, that we will be having exclusively for Ritual Wellness. But we also have word exactly.
Oh God.
Come on.
It's been really nice talking with y'all. I'll go.
Damn.
You
I
must
didn't-
excuse yourself.
Hold on a second. I didn't think I was going to do the first bad joke. I thought it was going to be you.
Oh.
No, it was destined to be me. for
Yeah,
sure.
I got it on my system. I got it.
Damn it.
I got it on my
You need a
system.
did.
little laugh sign.
I do need a laugh sign.
Applause on.
Yes.
Yo, like an
Honestly.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Oh yes, yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
this is Aladdin,
yeah. Yeah, the genie.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right.
What was I saying? Oh, okay. Around
Anyways.
town.
Sorry.
Anyway, around
Putting the
town we
space
have
to the
many
event.
opportunity. We have writers workshop and open mic that happens at Blinking Owl Books. We have an open mic and a live show that happens at Joint Empire Troupe. We have several writers workshops. and just more to continually come. If you have interest, of course, this is my little self plug. You're welcome to follow Composition Chrysalis on any of the socials. We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord. Please inquire, because the community and all of these spaces are meant for and is built by you, right? The people. So we so
Sorry.
so yeah, please come out and participate however your soul guides you, you know.
And where can
Yeah.
people like see everything that you got going on? Is the best place Instagram?
So the most ideal place, if you want like a weekly, is Instagram. I'm constantly posting on the stories on like what is actually happening. But
And what's your handle?
Composition Chrysalis.
Okay.
We'll put it
Yeah.
in the description.
Thanks.
But yeah.
So there's Composition Chrysalis on the socials, but if you go to compositionchrysalis.com, the first thing that'll pop up is event page, and it's just linked to the Google Calendar. So if you're ever just curious, you just want a quick check, go to the .com. And then, like I said, there's so many other places, right, to stay connected. We have a Facebook group that not only lists all of the events, but also that connects you to the community. You can talk to people. You can advertise your events. And the Discord as well. The Discord has a bunch of silly little things like a craft corner if you want to plop your things in there for critique.
You love crafting.
Because you love
'Cause I love
crafting.
yes. Yeah.
There's a virtual open mic, you know, if you don't necessarily want to share in person, but you still want to for your voice somehow. And just like so many other opportunities. There's an active chat. And then there's announcements there where I like give you the whole monthly rundown too. So yeah, come connect. Could I like maybe talk a little bit about Composition Chrysalis itself?
I wish you would.
Possibly,
Oh my goodness.
you know.
Is that what this is for?
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe.
Exactly.
Please.
It's exactly what it's.
It's what we called you in for.
I appreciate one. Also, thank you for this huge opportunity. I really appreciate any
Thank you for
platform as
making
well.
it a huge opportunity.
It's a huge opportunity. It's a blessing.
I love to yap.
Yeah, no, I
yap. I
also.
love to hear what people are excited about.
Okay, here's the thing too.
Inspiring.
A lot of the events as they are and stand was just me thinking, you know what would be really fun and cool, and like just making that happen around town. So like you were like, how can I yap, right, and talk to people and like make that fun and accessible to the betterment of humanity.
Yeah.
And so
Can we just
are
like
here.
talk about what we like to do?
Yes, yeah. Okay, so in turn
I'm sorry, like that was in general, but yes, like I like that's all I want to do.
It's like, yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
actually.
can do that. I think we're doing that right now, actually.
So
Like I just love it. I'm
so
excited.
Composition Chrysalis, the actual philosophy of the organization, the community as a whole, is experience growth. And whenever you hear that, right, it's in reference to experiencing golden resources, opportunities, and words that heal. So come through to enjoy an uplifting energy, something inspiring, not expiring, prima Dios, inspiring, something
The
inspiring.
only thing expiring here is me.
So we were concerned about your eyesight.
Yes.
That lumbar pillow.
The lumbar pillar, the pillar. I say, anyways, continue. Sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
derailed us.
No, it's completely fine. It's 100% enjoyable. And when it comes to, just being in the space, it is wholeheartedly unexperienced, and you can do whatever you would like with that. Take it however it applies to your life. And then in terms of how that came about in my life, could I talk to you a little bit about my own personal little philosophy?
Yes.
So while coming onto this podcast, Joe was like, hey, we're going to have a whiteboard and like you can scroll whatever you want. And I was like, what do I possibly want to talk about, right? And of course, I love to talk about myself as a poetess. That is so integral to who I am, and how something amazing for the betterment of the community and humanity came about, which is Composition Chrysalis. But how I got there, and it was a great time to reflect, was following a just defined philosophy of be a fool, learn. And when I say full, right, it's like the tarot, where you start at the full,
I
yeah.
was gonna say.
Yeah. Or like Elvis Presley said, only fools rush in. But it is like the tarot in terms of you start at full, and then you progress right through all the suits, however order in which that comes about. And you get through into the major arcana, you get through the tower moment, you get past judgment, and somehow, should you pass, right, you get to the world, you have everything. And once you get to the world, you're a fool on a whole new level. Or, God forbid, but it happens to us often, you become a fool on the same level that you were before.
Do you read?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I would say that is a necessity to write poetry.
And this is something I feel like we've talked about before, that a mastery of language really is paramount to like proper reading.
Yeah.
Because language is experience.
Yeah.
Right? Language is experience. It's something you kind of mentioned in the past about like giving a single word and people having different derivatives from it, right? But anyways, this is a little sidebar.
No,
she would be a really good reader. She's a really good reader.
I appreciate. No. So in college, my minors were both in language. I studied French and Francophone studies and Spanish and Latino studies. And of course, somehow from like biology degree to with a concentration in biomedical sciences, I went full circle just right back into the words of it all. But I love that you bring that up because I have this workshop. It talks about root words and Romance languages. And the reason why I chose that type of workshop is specifically because language has this basis of feeling, and there's a commonality across the board. And so, whenever you're experiencing any form of language, however it is composed, right, it is talking to something deep inside of you, something innate.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's really poetic in a way that we're here talking about this because you are a speech therapist.
Yes.
Oh, I love
And you also speak Italian pretty fluently.
So very similarly,
Beautiful.
my first degree was in Italian language, literature, and culture.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I
Did you study abroad?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like a no-brainer type thing. And then I circled into medicine.
Yes.
after.
Yeah.
So
It just happens that way.
it just does happen that way, yeah. But it, when I work with certain people who had difficulty with language due to whatever predisposing medical condition, it's always fascinating to see what kind of triggers language to come out of them and what they are more easily able to talk about despite maybe some past injury because of the emotional context behind it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's something that I found when I do readings for other people. I'm using a very similar skill set in a sense that the words you choose to use to describe something really do matter.
It tells you about somebody.
I think I made a fundamental error in terms of when you were like, "Hey, do you read?" I was like, "Yeah, I read."
Oh, I think I like read cards.
Yeah, I also read cards.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
And that just clicked.
I mean, I
Wait,
figured you
Yeah.
read books.
So let's go all the way.
I can't read
That's
books,
why I
but
was like, yeah, I think it's fundamental.
Oh, well, and that's what I was like, yeah.
We're
I
like,
mean,
we're like,
I've used that, and when you were like, it's fundamental, I was like, yeah, because I've used tarot to help with like creative processes before.
That's so
No,
funny. This whole
coming
time
with like
we're
routines. We're
having-
talking about two different things.
No, I can still match you though in the sense that yes, I just got into reading for other people. I've been reading for myself for like 3 years ish now, and it goes back to the same thing. It is based on feeling because the fact of the matter is every card has this definition, right? And I had someone ask this of me the other day that what does seeing XYZ card mean by the book, right? And I was like, well, technically it means this, but I wanted this person to know, right, that you have to consider the whole perspective, right? The whole reading, the energy of the person, the energy of the room, the question itself, right? and you're deep diving in, because it's a responsibility when you're translating this for another person. And just as we were talking about earlier, that actually goes into the energy of the world, right? And you you don't want to be pulling from anything irresponsible, right? You want misaligned with yourself, right? So for instance, I'm not just spiritual, I believe in like Christ, right? So I'm constantly thinking about all of my learnings and my journey when I'm reading for a person. And most people might not realize that, but the reader themselves is also considered in the whole experience.
Right. And just like language, I think, when you do a reading, the meaning of that card comes, like you said, with context. And so, you know, to give like a really poor example, that's all I can think of, is like the word bat.
Yeah.
Right? Without any context could mean a number of things, right? It could be one of two things, right? Could we talk about the animal, we're talking about a sporting equipment, right? But given the context of the question, the context of the cards, right, that meaning is going to alter and vary in severity or degree, right? And I think it's the same when you're using language or to write, right? The emphasis, maybe even the poetic kind of like rhythm that you have, right, where maybe one, like, I don't know, like the rhyme ends or the stanza. Am I using correct terminology?
Yeah, you got this.
I'm just going by the seat of my pants right now. Where that ends is going to maybe highlight more meaning in a word than had it just been kind of loosely thrown out there, so to speak.
And the fact of the matter is, as on top of all that you just said, right, all inclusive, is what we were talking about earlier, which is the free your voice aspect, right? To be able to read, there's also a great deal of sitting in the silence, right? And it's not just like your ego that's reading and you're just pulling whatever is at surface level. No, you're going deep within yourself, right? To think, how can I best guide in this moment, right? Because for whatever reason, someone has wandered up to you and is like, hey, can you help me? Really, that's the base of it. And so, you know, to be in tune with yourself, right, is part of being a good reader, as it is at being a good poetess or poet, right, or writer. They are one and the same. Sorry for misunderstanding you. It's all still one and the same.
Works, but that's also to the point. You know, the context of the of everything. But anyways, we were on Be a Fool and Learn. Learn is an acronym. Take us through the acronym, my friend.
So, like I said, I was really deeply considering on the message that I would want to share. And this is something that I have done on repeat in my life with great success, and that I do feel responsible to share with other people. So be a fool, right? We talked about what that covers. Learn, first off, in itself covers the fact that I thoroughly believe we're in one giant classroom, and we are here to be student, right? And there's a point, where you reach in your mastery, where you are capable of showing things to other students, right? Or you have mastered yourself, right? And maybe you got your own classroom too, in the mini school of it all, right? In the huge school of it all. You have your own mini thing.
Right.
I think I'm lost in the hallway.
In the hallway. That's okay.
Walk outside the recess.
That's okay.
Oh no.
I don't believe there's detention here. No, I don't believe there's detention. You can go to the playground. You can go to the cafeteria. Absolutely. But I'm just saying that, like, for instance, like, this has become your classroom, right? You have welcomed people into your classroom. And you've welcomed guest teachers, right? In terms of me being here, right, to come through. So when it comes to the learn, right, we're all students. Then of course the L comes with that leap with a purpose, right? Okay. So don't just like sit in your chair and kind of like twiddle your thumbs, doodle the whole time, right? You can. You're not going to get very far. If there's ever an inkling to look out the window and learn from the birds or the trees, you know, excuse yourself into the hallway for a second, do that, go, but with a purpose. So take that leap of faith, do so with a purpose. And sometimes it is hard to find that purpose, right? a lot of the times we are moving through life and we go through real school, right? And they're like, go through school. We have the, in the US, we have the banging on the head of you need to go to college, and get a degree. And that little piece of paper is going to be all you need to succeed in the rest of your life, which is true for some people. Do not get me wrong. But also, if along the way, like me, right, you are able to pause and consider, why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Please, if anything, pick joy, pick happiness.
God,
yeah, pick love, and just see where that takes you, and be willing to let yourself teach you as well. So leap with a purpose. The E, of course, is earn life experience. So once you get out there, you're in the hallway, you're hugging the tree, right? You're eating the food, wherever it took you.
Still stuck in the janitor's closet.
If you're stuck, that's
Nice.
totally
It's
okay.
nice.
Lord knows sometimes you purposely run to the janitor's
Yeah.
closet and you're just like, God, please don't
Don't perceive.
perceive me. Yeah, just for one moment, just a little break, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But once you're ready to get out there and you've left with the purpose, right? Earn that life experience, and I mean like earn it. Like get in the mud, be that lotus, right? You like let yourself be shoved deep in there and like be blind for a moment until you are blossoming and blooming high over the water. And then once you get there, right, you're sticking out. The A is apply your wisdom, right? So we're not here to hoard, right? And certainly we're not here to be selfish, right? Which I believe is this opposite of love, right? We are here, pre-metal Dios, to love. And in doing so, that means sharing is caring, right? I think that's the easiest way to put it. So go out there and help people that you see, like, oh, you tried to walk in the hallway with me. Like, man, I didn't know what I was doing, but I sure can help you. I'll help you figure it out. Here's what I know could work for you. This could work for you. It also could not, everyone's a little different, but at least give that little snippet with responsibility. Apply the wisdom.
I really do think that we are the expert of what we know.
Yes.
Of our lived experience, and that
Absolutely.
is what qualifies us to apply. Right?
Know
We're saying
thyself.
Apply your wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I can apply that to my own life. I'm totally following because I became a hypnotherapist because I needed one.
Yeah, could you actually, I really meant to pause earlier, but like, could you tell me a little bit about that? I'm like super curious.
Hypnotherapy?
Yes.
Me too.
What led you? So fair.
Yeah. No.
Everything that I do,
just to highlight the point that you're making, it was during the pandemic.
Mhm.
I was living I had a roommate, but I was alone in my apartment for a lot of the time. Away from my family, and had a really challenging job, and the world outside was questionable, to say the least. And I was like, there has to be more. I feel like I can still have a different experience.
You're
than
singing your
this
want
fear.
song.
Yeah, I was like,
Every
I
Disney
really
movie has
just
that.
don't think that this is it, And so I started to just in my own time read and try and like connect spiritually.
So you read.
Because I felt I'd be reading
Books?
We gotta
We need to
clarify.
clarify now because this could be a contagious problem.
Yes, well, I do read cards. I was reading a lot of tarot cards.
Yeah.
But I was reading books as well.
Okay.
And
We
I
love
read a
them.
book.
We love someone who can read books.
Thank you. She reads sometimes. Put me to sleep these days, actually.
That's fair.
But
Go through cycles.
girl. But I read this book called Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. Weiss.
Weiss.
Je ne sais pas.
It's German.
Cool. It is. And he's a psychiatrist that has kind of been a pioneer in the realm of hypnosis through past life regression therapy.
Very cool.
And he's a clinical psychiatrist, and the way that he connected with this and sessions with his clients was kind of spontaneous, and what turned from like a very clinical perspective in his writings of this discovery and this experience with a client, it was profound for him. And it moved me. Like that book became my Bible. I was just like, wow, and
To love.
now, you know, I've gone on the journey and
Spoke to you deep.
I was like, I need to try this. Eventually, like fast forward a year, I finally found a practitioner to facilitate that for me. And after that session, hold on a second. That's a whole nother story because
that's a whole separate podcast.
Oh, I see.
Sister.
Well, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, so it was a synchronicity. It was actually someone through Instagram found me, and I realized that they were a past life regression therapist, and I was like, I've been waiting for you. Thank you.
Amen.
And so I actually
it finds
was
you.
hypnotized for the first time virtually over Zoom. And I had such a profound experience. It really changed the way that I perceived myself.
I love how energy works that way too over Zoom is so cool.
Divine. I have no choice in this life but to be here having this wisdom and this experience. But, you know, I was not in a great place. And I was the fool. I was like, I need to pivot. My purpose is to to find a different way of living because I just think there's more for me. And then I found it. And the beauty of past life regression is that it is metaphor. Like whether you believe in past lives or not. And as a clinical hypnotherapist now, I can't tell you that you're I have no empirical evidence to tell you you're experiencing past life, but what I can tell you is the power of metaphor. It really helps. And if you can see yourself as another and have compassion for their experience and love and to experience that and to see your experience mirrored back to it and you can learn from that journey, it creates powerful change. And so I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I
that's
went
amazing.
to school. I studied for a year. I opened my practice in 2022.
Where do you study?
HMI College out of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You can get a 2-year degree as a hypnotherapist, a clinical hypnotherapist. And it is the best thing I've ever done for sure. So
Proud of you.
But through that lived experience is why I think it gives me a sense of purpose in what I do.
I hope you feel proud of yourself for following that path, right? You took the leap of faith.
I sure did.
Yeah.
But as you both may understand in your own experience, like there's just something when you are in alignment with, when you recognize a path that's completely in alignment with you, there's just this knowing of like, that's it.
Yes. And you follow that inner knowing, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to see anything. It's just faith,
I
trust,
had no
pixie dust, and a happy
idea
thought.
what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Because I had to create that reality for myself as I went.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And what responsibility we have with our minds and our words and our thoughts, knowing that they literally create realities.
That is gorgeous. And also I'm so grateful that in your path, right, we have crossed to be able to do this too and learn from
sister,
you.
Yes, it's powerful. Well, when I'm in alignment with what my joy,
yes.
I tend to attract people who are in alignment with theirs.
Yes, absolutely. And
It's a beautiful thing.
it's a beautiful thing.
Likes with
Love is a
likes.
beautiful thing.
Lots of likes.
Like, you know, likes go with likes.
Yes. Together.
Yeah, together. Everyone's enjoying.
All together.
Merging.
So what you're
We're gonna need another cup of coffee.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Start a pot.
I was gonna say the coffee's real good. Con miel with honey.
With honey.
Yeah.
And I really like this next point that you have though, because
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay. We're in.
no, well, I just looked and I was like, remember you're a child, and that just resonates with me because the journey of remembering who you are,
Yes.
this inner child,
Mhm.
right? So when I was telling you about my, wow, look at that
Beautiful. Thank you.
manifestation.
Immediate.
Did you want some as well?
Yeah, I could totally do some more coffee if that's okay. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
Service.
You sweet human.
I like this as well
Yeah.
because I think it also touches, and maybe I'm jumping the gun here, so you can tell me I'm wrong at any point.
No, you're correct.
No,
Whatever feels
you
aligned.
don't know that yet. I think there's a degree of remembering humility with this next part. Remembering
Yes.
you're a child, right? That even though you may have obtained this level of wisdom, you still need to remember it's a constant process.
Yes, absolutely. So the R, of course, is remember you're a child. That is multidimensional. Not only is it, hey, sit back and like enjoy the process, right? Let yourself go down the river of life, the muse, however you may call it. But also you're a child, and just like you were talking about earlier, so is everyone else, right?
Literally, you're just a baby.
We're just little babies.
Just a
Just a baby.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, and
Crazy girls.
Like, what?
So in terms of the child aspect, you're entertaining your inner child when you're walking towards your joy and your purpose, right? Because that's all we did as kiddos, right? You want to blow some bubbles, you pick it up, you go for it, right? And it's the world that teaches you, like, no, you're supposed to be sitting right now, or you're supposed to be listening. Yeah, absolutely. No, at the end of the day, right, as you're following yourself, right, and you're returning to yourself, not only do you get to find children coming home along the way, but you also get to realize that you were meant to be there and like this, in this happy, playful state all along. Yeah. So yeah, remember you're a child. And then of course that hops into the next one, which is N, which is my favorite, because we're all on that spiral staircase we call life, right? Now try again. Yeah, and it piggybacks off the last one, which is remember you're a child. Hey, we have this whole lifetime to get it to feel exactly the way that we want it to be, right? And fact of the matter is along the way, there might be so many experiences that we're like, that wasn't it, actually. That wasn't good. Yeah, and it's okay to make an oopsie. Like it's okay to 100% screw up, right? It's okay to disappoint. It's okay to feel shame and guilt. It's okay to grieve. It's a loss, in terms of life journey. Like, not only are you losing parts of yourself, you're losing people that you thought you were going to spend your whole lifetime with, but also miraculously, it's also the absolute opposite, right? From fear, right? You get hope. From, grief, you get celebration of life and joy. And there's just so much more that you can keep experiencing. And just as maybe you didn't quite get that step correct the first time, you tripped up a little, but you made it to the next somehow, and you got to the top, climb down and do it all again. And you get better every time. Let yourself, and then do it all over, right? Then you just start right at the top, right? Be a fool, learn, leap with the purpose, earn the life experience.
It's almost
apply the
like
wisdom.
the cycle of the major arcana in these 5.
Yeah, it's kind of like wrapped up all in there. It's almost like you see these common themes repeating in your life.
Common life experiences.
It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of
Who would've
constantly
thought?
mirrored back to you. Yeah.
And we're not just saying that because we're witches.
Right.
It's something that I feel should be echoed across the ages, and I'm happy to be one of those voices.
Absolutely.
Those little droplets in the ocean.
Helping people recognize,
Yeah.
come back to that.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, I think it's so true.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like when I'm in my joy, I do feel connected to the happiest version of my younger self.
Yeah.
Which is the most pure form of myself. The form of me that wasn't conditioned to believe certain things, right? She was still just living in her what feels good stage. And I can't help but feel like that is the purest form of like a soul.
Yeah.
When we can come back to that.
Yeah. And it's okay to be like adult Jill, right? It's okay to own your womanhood, right?
No, it's pretty
Time and place, I guess.
No, it's pretty, I mean, look where I am right now. Are you kidding me? It's pretty awesome.
Well, you got here because you wanted to play.
This is literally my treehouse.
Yes,
My magic treehouse.
it is the magic treehouse.
It is. I am just a millennial just healing my inner child.
Yes, that's how I got to composition chrysalis. I just wanted to have fun with other people, and like wouldn't it be cool if we all did this thing? And so it just keeps compounding on itself and growing. And wow, are you okay, sir?
Cameraman down.
Made it though, some way somehow. And man, I lost my train of thought. Where
It's
were
just
we?
the energies of like abundance as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Being in this high frequency, just allowing things to flow and to
Yes.
receive.
To let yourself receive. That's a hard one. That was a hard one for me. And the thing is too, it is as you're on your own journey, what's hard for me could be really easy for you or you, right? So like don't don't do that thing that the world taught you where you start comparing yourselves to other people and being like, well, they got here by this age. Wasn't I supposed to do that? Am I missing something? No, man. It's cool. Just like look at yourself and enjoy yourself and have fun. Invite those people to dinner, learn something from them because they have something to share with you.
Absolutely.
You know, we're all on this boat together, right? We're all in the world together. Oh, and I was going to mention what you were talking about is very egg theory. Do you know what egg theory is?
I don't know if I know what that
It's
is.
exactly what you were referring to, just with the name. And it's that
Eggs.
idea.
In this economy?
Man, so expensive. Find yourself a friend that owns chickens.
Oh my gosh. You know,
You're an egg guy?
I have an egg woman.
I
Yeah.
have a couple egg
Yeah,
people in
CMC
my life.
Farms. Contact that. Yeah.
But sorry, I'm just shifting my sciatica.
So fair.
But
So
yeah,
fair.
no, eggs. Let's talk about eggs.
So the egg theory. We could talk about delicious material eggs, of course. But in terms of philosophy, right? I guess life belief. It's a belief system. We are all part of the same whole, right? And in terms of the egg theory, it goes into past life, right? That I am you experiencing a lifetime. And you are me experiencing some other lifetime. And constantly, as we stare into each other's eyes, we're looking at the mirror of ourselves. And certainly, if ever we love someone about something about someone, help them embrace that you're only helping yourself. And that's not coming from a selfish perspective, right? That's coming
No, I
from a
totally
loving
feel that.
perspective. Yeah, because
I
we're all
can-
moving to the greater good.
If I can recognize something in you that
Yeah.
lights up love in me,
Yes.
you are mirroring back to me something that I either aspire to love about
Yes.
myself or truly do.
Yes, absolutely. And the fact of the matter is, if you look at something and you're like, wow, I do not like that, that's okay. It is okay. All you have to
Still
do,
just a mirror.
it's still just
It's
a mirror.
still just-
All you have to do is agree with
I
yourself.
know I am agreeing with you. I'm not trying to be sarcastic in this moment, I swear.
No,
I mean, I
think
say the
so.
same thing. I say the same thing when I give readings all the time. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing a reading, and if this doesn't resonate with you, it's still part of the mirror because
Yes.
we kind of check
Take
the
what
system,
resonates.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
right?
That's key.
Even if it's not like take what resonates, and you tell me
Mhm.
like this was completely wrong from start to finish. Well, that was the systems check, so to speak.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. All it's saying, right? And all it's telling you and communicating, right,
Mhm.
from the depths of the world and your soul, is that you are not meant to be in alignment with that in this lifetime.
Mhm.
No worries.
Like crafting.
Yeah, like crafting. Hey, to each their own. Crafting might not be your thing in this lifetime, but it's a
No,
thing in someone else's.
No, you just gotta try again.
Just gotta try
And you
again.
gotta try it.
Different lifetime.
Don't
Be
you
a
don't have to-
child and try again. Okay. Jeez.
There's that Einstein quote is that like don't judge a fish by
Or
its
trying
ability
to
to
climb a
climb a
tree or
tree.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like it is okay if crafting ain't your thing in this
Mhm.
lifetime, or if you see someone do something and you're like, that is not
It's your
my deal.
expression.
Right.
Yes.
You express your
Mhm.
creativity differently.
Yeah, so all it teaches you is something about yourself. You just say, thank you so much. I'm going to love you from a distance. I'm going to love that thing and appreciate it from a distance. And I'm going to go on and keep finding the things that I truly love right here and right now, the material things that will just come to you, right? To help you create the playground, or in other terms, the playground, right? Is that heaven on earth.
I love it.
Yeah.
My nonna says something. My grandmother
Yeah.
says something.
I love grandmother
When,
wisdom.
If like there's something that you don't like that she likes, or vice versa, right?
Mhm.
She'll always be like, okay, well, more for me.
Yes, actually.
Right?
Yes.
So I feel like that's
The cafeteria, you get to feast.
Right.
More
You don't
for me.
like it? Okay, it's more for me.
Yeah. That's the life philosophy
Yeah.
in itself.
Nona knows
Yeah.
that.
She
Nona
does.
needs to come on here.
Oh.
Oh God, that would be interesting.
Please.
So why am I here?
Yeah.
I don't want to sit on this pillow.
That's a fair life question. Why am I,
I would
here
never
sitting on
make
this
Nona
pillow?
sit
There's
on
a pillow. You can wear a couch.
No. She's a
We can adjust
I don't
the
think she
grown.
could sit still long enough
Okay.
Hmm.
to do it.
We could walk.
That's so fair. A whole new
Power
version of
walk
the
with
podcast. An
Power walks with
evolution.
Nona.
Power Walk
The
podcast.
Power podcast.
Wait, love. Okay. Birthed a new idea.
Here we are in creation.
I'm so grateful that you came on the
Yes!
pod today.
This has been a joy. This
This
was
is-
in alignment with me.
Excellent alignment and joy, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate you sharing
Mhm.
about your community and your
Yeah.
life philosophy, and it's absolutely mirrored back to you and shared. So thank you so
Yes.
much.
And kudos
Thank
for
you
you
for
for
having
forming community.
Yes, and thank you to anyone, past, present, and future, who wants to join in on said community. Right, it is built for us. Right, it has been made with a lot of love, and I feel grateful to be a part of this community here. That has also, I can feel it in just the energy, formed with a lot of love. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
Yes.
I'm glad you feel it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is a beating heart here, as well as the
So-
community that I formed.
People can find
Yeah.
you,
Yes.
Natalie, at a bunch of different places. You have a few different places on Instagram.
Yeah.
The poetess Nat,
Mhm.
composition Chrysalis,
Mm-hmm.
to name a few.
Mhm.
And we'll link all of that in the bio and on
Thanks.
Instagram, so you can find her and
Yeah,
where
stay
she's going to
connected.
be at.
Come through.
Come through. And if you want and are interested to express yourself, we will be having a Metaphors and Mocktails
Mhm.
event here on October 18th from 7 to 9. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. And this is just the beginning.
Yes, primero Dios, thank God, gracias a Dios, right? That we get to do this all over again.
All over again. Totally.
Yeah.
And thank you, Zander, for being here.
Of course.
Thank you. You're a great co-host.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
for sure.
I just got to relax today.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just chill. It's an open conversation.
that's what this is now.
It's a blessing.
It's a lot of
grateful
fun.
for
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
being
inviting me.
here. Thank you for our production crew in the back.
Yes, thank you both. You're wonderful.
We're getting official, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're ready.
it's like real official. There are lights
there's
and
like this
everything.
light thing right
You
here.
ain't ready.
It's gonna beam me up.
You can join us every Wednesday here live in
Mhm.
Ritual Space, in the co-working space. Check out our website for events, collaborations, our community, and join us here virtually. And honestly, you're probably already a part of it. You are in this egg together with us, this collective. We're all connected, right?
All in our
We're all
connected.
one. So thank you so much.
Now I got a question for you. I always like to end with one particular poem. May I share that now as we
I
log
wish
off?
you would.
It's
Yeah.
tradition.
Take us out,
Sure.
man.
This is a poem titled Saving Grace.
Okay.
Monarch trapped inside a cage, dampened in mid-flight, swept down today, all too soon, guided to the light, pitifully drifting, not flying, although it be high noon, rescued by someone up above who admired how you flew. May you dry and fly away towards better days, be free, and one day land to bless some other stranger's sodden week. I love y'all. Have a blessed night.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Spooky rituals.
That was fun. Thank you so
I
much.
tried to make more coffee.